Cool, so we just fought a bunch of undead and it wasn't as rewarding as I would have hoped. Unfortunately, and this is really unfortunate, we ended up actually losing Forrest the Roman. RIP, Forrest the Roman, 119 days we had him for. Gutted by a Wiedeginger. 83 battles. He was a good lad. Anyway, it's as good a time as any for me to discuss how I've been rethinking how I want the final setup to go. Because I've been doing my beginner's guide to Battle Brothers, and currently we're going for 2 spear tanks on the outside flanks, and then I want to have hammer, torturer, and then an axe tank. But the raiders I actually want to build differently, so we're actually gonna have to get rid of Ruskar. In this build here, it's almost exactly right. Just instead of steel brow, we take adrenaline, and instead of quick hands, we can actually take killing frenzy. And I've been trying to work out how I can get around my regrettable dependence on quick hands, and I'll have to get into a battle before I can explain it properly. But you know how like you'll have 2 lines, like your front line and the enemy's front line, and then there'll be a certain amount of squares between you and the enemy. And what we see happening a lot of times, particularly when it's so important to have a shield out, which is against raiders when there's lots of ranged fighters, the enemy raiders will approach until about 2 or 3 squares away, hexes away, and then start throwing weapons at you. So the theory of how I want to use adrenaline for them is, because even without quick hands, to put your shield away costs 4 action points. So you put your shield away, that leaves you with another 5. You can then step forward 2 squares, hopefully into contact with the enemy's front line. Then use adrenaline, so you can start first the next turn. If you have an axe or a sword, swing in a big arc. Maybe even get a berserk proc and swing again, and then get multiple procs of reach advantage. So that's what I'm going to try to achieve, and try to build my lads in that way. 408, really make profit off of that. 240 is worth buying tools for. Fear of Undead's unfortunate, but we can work around that. Initiative and range skill. I reckon that's worth buying. Wait, are we in? We're still in the market for Torturer, Archer, Crossbowman, Archer, Ninja. With his initiative, we can actually make him probably an Archer. I mean, the melee skill is fine. I would have preferred something else. Let's take a look at what his values are. 48 plus 2, so that's range skill 2 plus 40, so it's 4 every level. We call it 88. It's not high enough to be an archer, but we can turn him into a ninja, I think. Torturer, Mace Raider, Ninja, Archer, Crossbowman. I should actually, well, we can keep Sealand. He's like a hybrid crossbowman. So maybe if we use this dude as a ninja, then we can have a hybrid crossbowman, the 2 ninjas, and the 2 archers. And the ninja, of course, is the throwing weapon specialist. I've updated my builds document, and this time I want to make sure I stick to my builds document. The ninja, let's see, student, yes. Quick hands, yes. Executioner, not yet, we can still get that. Throwing weapon specialization, yes. Footwork, yes. Nimble, yes. Berserk, yes. Recover, yes. Killing frenzy, not yet. Bags and belts, yes. And then either anticipation or overwhelm, depending on, like for a guy like Lord Nasty, we can actually take overwhelm, because he doesn't need anticipation. I feel like if you can get your brother's range skill up to about 20 or 30, you can probably, together with Nimble, you should be able to get away with not needing anticipation. So for Lord Nasty, he's got 4 perks left. He'll be taking Executioner, Overwhelm, and Killing Frenzy, and then maybe even Crippling Strikes. Indeed, Mizuma, but the thing is that for me, the decision of whether I'm building Battle Forged or Nimble is entirely down to what the stats of the guys. I mean, obviously I would prefer to have heavy armor guys all up on the front line if I could, But I found that getting guys with enough fatigue to actually wear heavy armor is so rare. And I mean, look at Kredekwe. I mean, with his melee defense, the fact that his light armor just doesn't matter. Indeed, situationally dependent, that's absolutely the correct phrase to use. I mean, I would love now to be able to buy some more armor types, but no. Ooh, Apothecary's Miracle, a powerful remedy against many common illnesses and diseases to reduce inflammation and support the body's natural healing. Characters treated with this drug will recover faster from injuries, just like if they've been treated at a temple. Oh, sweet. Direwolf Mantle. I don't think I actually need a mantle. We've got Unhold Bones on all of the frontline lads. I think though I probably want, I want Direwolf Mantles for all of my light armor, for my ranged guys. I don't know if I should actually use the herbs for this. Nice, another light padding replacement. So with Creeperjack, I can actually reduce the maximum fatigue usage here by 6, giving him 70 fatigue, which is pretty tempting. Or we can replace that ranged weapon damage. I think I'm going to create this. I've already got light padding replacement. I don't even need that to make another one. We're just going to hang on to this light padding replacement until we get another coat of plates, because I feel like 320 for 33 is probably the very best fatigue to armor ratio you're going to get out of base armor. I just keep cranking out these living tree shields because they are just straight up better upgraded versions of the heaters. Plus 20 plus 15 for 14. Plus 20 plus 17 for 12. And I feel like the torturers will benefit from those the most. Extra little bit of range defense. Where's the other one? Hello? Tree shield? Anybody else need ups shields? Excellent. God, I can't wait to see what Lord Nasty can do at level 11. Come, give me a nice... That could work. Rotnum. I need time to heal up first. Give me a nice delivery message. Hunt down what terrorizers we can't do just yet. Let's just get ourselves repaired and healed. $327, that's a very good price. 1100 for the ancient coins, excellent. We've got loads of junk that we can just sell off. I believe that's actually a spare military cleaver. I need that full helm. I don't think I do need the full helm. Honestly, it's kind of great being back in South Africa. It has its downsides. Whenever you have to do anything, you know, official or like, you know, government related, it's a bit of a nightmare. But yeah, SA is cool. Okay, so this is a light armor ninja. The name list. Let's see who we can add here. Let's see. Battle Brothers. Name submission. I think we took page 3 last time, so we'll go to page 4 this time and pick one of the newer names. 131, Umberman. Welcome, Umberman. Good luck to you, my friend. May you prosper as a ninja. But as always, we are fucking desperate for tools. It looks like I've got to pay to get them repaired manually. What have you got for us here? Follow the tracks, return the lockbox. We can keep cruising south. Lindworms I actually don't mind. I just need to get healed up first. And we're going to keep trying out brawlers, wild men, farmhands, butchers. Anyone we can who's got real top of the line potential. And another ambition I have personally. No. Ooh, dexterous is good. Melee defense, but that's just pure tankiness. Typical melee skill, 3 stars. Range defense. Range skill, but he's a beggar, so no good. $2.99, we've got to pay that, unfortunately. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, 9 spare axes. I think that's more than enough axes spare. Good, I haven't ruined David Ironheart yet by taking quick hands. Although I have ruined Ruskar. Only 24 initiative. Well, he is paranoid. So, Ruskar, I'm hoping we can get the Oblivion Potion to respec him because he's one of the better ones. It'd be a pity if I have to replace him. 3, 4, 5. We can buy 5 dogs if we can afford to. 2, 3, 4, 5. Now I can stop spending, that's for sure. Who's all these good dogs? Who's our good dogs? 2, that'll be fine. It'll just have to be fine. Actually, 45 is a bit low. 52 is... can use a dog for that, that's fine. Nice, we've got ourselves a bit of a dog horde here. And Cilia Solace. You know what, I'm going to hang on to the direwolf pelt armor. Until we can get our hands on more leather scale for the back line. Eventually, and this is going to take fucking forever, every single instance of this leather scale we're going to replace with noble mail. And every single padded kettle we're going to replace with Saleh helmets. Got a long ass ways to go. Maybe you just attach the direwolf pelt. Yeah, go on. Because I mean, I've got spare bone plating anyway. Quick armor check. Yeah, I need a fair amount of tools still. Do I need that crossbow? I probably do. That belongs to Sparrowford, that's why. I love these shield breakers. I'm so glad that I used them throughout my campaign, but as part of how I'm rethinking the way of doing things, instead of having tanks on the flanks, I want to have Hammer Raider, and then I want to start using the Bardiche, or Bardike, as some of the Germans might pronounce it. So how about this for a front 7 lads? Let's say axe, two-handed hammer user, two-handed hammer, two-handed axe, or like Bardike user, Bardike and Bardike in the middle, with 2 torturers in the middle. So it's axe, torturer, axe, torturer, axe. You then got 3 lads that can break shields if need be, and they can use split as well, which is excellent. Then, in fact, these shield breakers didn't even need to be shield breakers. They could have been polearm users. Which then, if you get them war scythe, I think a war scythe using a polearm user is actually better than a shield breaker. So it's going to take us an age to get all of these characters upgraded and replaced, as might be needed. Oh, whoops! Oh, that was a misclick. Oh, fuck! I thought I was equipping. God damn it! I've gone and wasted bone plating. Yeah, what was I saying? On the plus side, we have an absolute age still before we end this campaign. This 13th Legion, unless they get killed, are going to go all the way. And when I say all the way, I mean we're going to kill a Lerock, we're going to kill the Kraken, we're going to do the Black Monolith, Sea of Tents, Orc City, Goblin City, Black Monolith, Ice Cave, the works. I want to do absolutely everything. We're just going to bounce around the south now and try and make as much money as we can. Good news is there's a lot of these ruins that are quite doable for us now. Dunnenberg, the Stone Keep, yeah, that will have tools for us. Brigands, Marksmen, Raiders, and a Leader. We will do that. That's good money. Falkenberg's Legion. Hello, lads. Just check who we got here. The levels are all pretty damn good here. Make sure we have daggers at the ready. Crossbows, David Ironheart. Oh, sorry, Mazuma. You're gonna have to wait a little bit longer, mate. 154 armor, 145. I promise to get it done at one day. One day, trademark. What's up, Donkey? I actually fancy playing a bit of Blood Bowl, but I've been neglecting my Battle Brothers, and I need to keep playing because I've finished writing my scripts and my outlines for my beginner's guide to Battle Brothers. Now I'm just busy watching hit film tutorials to be able to do a little bit of editing. I think it's gonna take like another couple of weeks. Great shot. And I'll be in a position to release episode 1 of my guide. The thinking behind the guide is just, I want to be able to make the kind of thing that I wish was available when I started playing. Great shot, lads. Just run up on these nerds. Run up on these nerds. Don't think I need to disarm. It's just choppy chop. These are basic raiders. Our boys are so much stronger than them at this point. Even though that's the one-handed version, those little warhammers, it's so fucking hard. Owie. Nimble doing its thing there. I've been playing a bit of my older campaigns. I got a few test campaigns from when before I had this latest DLC, and I got 2 raiders that use flails, and they are so underwhelming. mean, don't get me wrong, the flails can be great. They can be situationally great. I feel like more of the time they're just kind of meh. It's cool because you get some hits that you wouldn't otherwise get, but even when you do hit the two-handed flail damage, it's consistently underwhelming. Great shot, Omar. Oh, missed. 83 missed. Lord Nasty, you're a throwing weapon specialist. 47, 42. Flowers are great in the early game, but then their usefulness does fall off. The only time I haven't been disappointed with the flail's damage is when I had a brother that had iron lungs, and I felt I could justify having them use an orc flail. At least then, with the orc flail, you have enough damage. What's up, Nerula? Watch out, lads. He's got a short bow. He'll do 20 damage. We'll dagger this nerd down. That's some valuable armor he's wearing. The tree lad doesn't outright suck. You just gotta know how to play him. I mean, if you watch the way Judd Varnus plays with his tree men on his, well again, his little halfling team, it's really impressive. But yeah, we've got 6 games left with the human team, and then I'll switch over to probably high elves. I'm gonna alternate between like a bashy and a passing team. Like the last couple of games have been pretty hard with the humans, but the humans are probably my favorite team. I do love the humans. Ooh, that looked painful. At least with the tree, you don't have to roll for stupidity. I mean, when he takes root, that does suck, but taking root, at least then you don't lose the action. You can still make the block action, you just can't move or follow up. Oh. Get him, Trevor Belmont. Save your ammo, boys. It's expensive. Get him, Silius. Biter. Nibble his bum. Got daggers. You've got a dagger. Daggering. I definitely lament the loss of our dagger master, but on the plus side, we've at least gotten past the stage of the game where we need him. It would just be an outright bonus to have. Crunch. Crunch. Okay, surround him, Lord Nasty. Crunch. I love those Mace Raiders, they are so good. Excellent. Another heater. Footman's armor we can sell for some decent money. Overall, that's a bit of profit for us. I really should be fighting these groups of raiders whenever I can. See how this fight plays out. Yeah, look at this. This brigand leader, the marksman, the raiders, just wrecked him. Donkey Kong, I'm only going to play Battle Brothers tonight. I haven't played enough Battle Brothers. Tomorrow night we're doing Dungeons and Dragons. Monday night probably I'll play some more Blood Bowl. Where is my Stobbie's builds? Archer. Raider lad. Student, check. Adrenaline, not yet. Rotation, check. Recover, check. Reach advantage, not yet. Nimble. Now he's a light armor user, so if I take nimble on him now, that's going to help keep him alive. And freed up a huge amount of fatigue. But for a moment there I panicked and thought, because I had him in that armor, did I maybe give him brawny? And because he's a farmhand, I thought no, maybe he would have had enough fatigue to be able to wear heavy armor, but no, he's definitely a light armor user. Nice, that frees up a bit of fatigue for him. So he needs adrenaline, he needs reach advantage. Well, I mean, he won't go to the front line until he's level 11. Wherever possible, these lads will just stay on the back line until they're fully leveled up. And then new guys will you'll just slap them in coats of plates, even if they have like 0 fatigue. And then I'll just give them a pole arm they can stab with. But it'll be a while until Umberman actually gets to do any leveling. Oh, visual bug. Hope the game hasn't crashed there. Here's a question. Okay, it's just bash and knockout. One-handed mace. I wondered for a second if you could maybe cast a spell if you had Benali staff. Clearly not. I actually want to wait till these brigands go to the flat ground. I don't like fighting on mountainous ground. It makes the start of the fight such a lottery, because if they get high ground advantage and it turns what should be a fairly straightforward fight into a bit of a nightmare. Shit. Dude, we're gonna move forward. Lord Nasty. Shot, mate. Oh, that lad is not having a good day. Woo, you know he did. What happens here? I think Rusgard goes for that bit of high ground there. George Warhammer puts himself there, so then David Einhardt can come here. actually run up there. Yeah, that's fine. There's Lelouch. Brunch. Okay, that's not exactly right, but alright. Oh, ouch! See what I mean about wanting to put adrenaline onto my raider, lads? I could have rushed Ruskar forward and got into adrenaline. As long as he had his... Oh, that helps us a lot. Thank you, Raider. And he could have been set up there for a nice big old swing. Good lord, that damage. This dude, Urban Goodman, needs to be daggered down. Good crunch. I think just get in there and go choppy chop. Don't even bother. What we can do here is we can work on that shield. Fucking hell, Chris Oaken shield, get out of there. Well, once we can get these guys taken out, then Chris Oakenshield will be in a much better spot. Oh, the old headshot. Nothing Elenderon can do, just got to hold there. Oh, you lucky fucker with that shield. More hits with that shield. Yeah, I should have waited. Would have loaded his shield. Go. Ammo. Oh, that damage. Get 'em, lads. Yeah, that's not going to take long. Look at that. A few more dagger stabs and we're done. Yes. Oh. If I wasn't saving up to 10,000 gold now, I'd be looking to spend money on a warbow for Rymar. Should also consider if I can find a group that has a master archer in it, we can get a warbow from him. But then for that fight, I'd need to make sure I take the fight at night. Get them, dogs. Release the hounds. Just a swarm of dogs. So any fights against elk, we can definitely take. I've got so many brothers that have berserk and so many dogs. We can back ourselves to take on a huge flock of elk. Maybe just let the dogs eat. Let the dogs get a nice meal of raider here. Yes. Give them a taste of man flesh. Okay, lamellar harness, we want that. That's good money. This is worth more money, that'll do. The last few days in game have been nice and profitable for us. Head down to Dunnenberg and sell all this stuff. Oh, that is such a nice big group of... I really want that XP, but they've got a bunch of damaged armor here and the lads need some time to heal up. $62 tools needed. Perfect. Don't need all of that. I think I need 3 of all of the various materials. Do I ever need the winged maces? I don't think so. Like when are my backline mace raiders ever going to use the one-handed mace? And Creeper Jack does well with it, but Auxilia Sodus is pretty much always going to be using his two-handed flanged mace. But like if it's Nekos Advanced, then he would want the option to use a shield. That I've got another torturer leveling up here, so I need to hang on to that cleaver for Lelouch. That we're waiting for a collector to offer us good money for. Uh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10. $20, $40, $60, $80, 2, 3, yes. Out of interest, 4,000 for a warbow is probably more than I want to pay right now. Weapon-wise, I don't think we're particularly in the market for anything really fancy. Got pretty much all I need in the one-hand weapon department. Give us a nice tip for a legendary weapon. Ingmar. Iron Jaw is good. Fatigue is good. Initiative. Up Crystallon. That's tempting. Melee skill, melee defense, range defense. Check him out. Miners I tend to not bother with. Okay, melee skill, initiative and fatigue. Fear of beasts, no. $54 and 2 is not bad. This will make a decent light armored brother. I think I can make this a replacement hammer brother for Ruskar, who I've misleveled. He'll end up with 28 melee defense. Actually, I think for someone to be on the outside flank like this, they need... I mean, we can make him dodgy. I could go axe, axe, hammer, hammer, axe, torturer, torturer. But it's not Ruskar should be comparing though, because we're gonna have to replace him, unfortunately. David Ironheart. I could make him dodgy. Give him dodge and relentless. So he'll get a perk at 8, 9, 10, and then 2 at 11, so he's got 5 more. We know adrenaline we have to have. If I want to put him on the outside flank, he has to have underdog. Has to have berserk at least. And then if I give him dodge and relentless, he then doesn't get to have killing frenzy. But for someone swinging a big old warhammer, especially if it's this thing here, he hardly needs the extra damage from killing frenzy. 82 fatigue, we can get his initiative up, leave his fatigue at around about 82, that'll give him an extra 10 defense. I think that works. And then I can go hammer, hammer, axe, torturer, axe, torturer, axe. Then I have to get his number right. Let's see, so Stobbie's builds. So the brother who sits in, that's position 7 then. Okay, being 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. And then the 2 reserves are 17 and 18. And so eventually, once he's leveled up, he'll take that position. That is David Earnhardt. And then that means this person will be number 1, a light armor wearing Hammer Raider. The name list. We took the last one from page 4, so we'll go right to page 1 and take one of the earliest numbers that was... Oh, here we go, Sachubrak, a veteran of the War Pigs. Even before the War Pigs. Yes, we've got some lads looking to level up at some point. I need to hang on to a few pikes. Spare shields. Do I need all these? But again, I'm always going to collect heaters because they break so often. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We've got enough kite shields. We bought up all the tools. Let's get a little delivery mission while we fix all our tools, all our gear up. And then I got to kick the money gathering efforts into overdrive. 3 skull. What is this? Escort 5 days to the northeast. Where to Horn? I can't go to Horn. I think Horn is aggressive. Yeah. Can't take that, unfortunately. Dog fighting. Never. Got no missions for us, really. Remember, don't camp inside a city. If an allied army spawns, it'll become aggressive. An annoying bug. What is this? Patrol for 7 days. Perfect. Weapons... nah, don't need any of this. Ooh, I'd love a good Houndsmaster. Melee defense. No. No. Ooh, 2 melee skill, initiative, and loads of fatigue. And swift, range defense. Because he's a deserter, you normally have to take a fortified mind to offset his horrible morale. But if his other stats are good enough, you can that's definitely justified. Look at that. Huge fatigue. He's going to be very, very dodgy and effective with dodge and relentless. Why don't we do something crazy and make him a sword master, so then it can be Hammer Raider, Axe Raider, Torturer, Swordsman in the middle position. He'll be super accurate, loads of fatigue, he'll be very, very quick. Or he could be he's a decent candidate for Dagger Specialist as well. We can take Overwhelm. 61 and 2 gives him 30. So 91 melee skill. That is glorious. He just doesn't have the melee defense. Most of his defense will have to come from being dodgy. And I have to give up one other perk because I have to give him Fortified Mind to offset his horrendous resolve. I think I want another Dagger Specialist. 1, 2, 3, position 4 Dagger Specialist. But actually, no, he'll be a reserve technically because he won't be like on the front line. Like he'll only be for certain battles. Like if there's a particularly big organic target that I want to take down, organic as in non-undead, like if it's a particularly scary hedge knight, anything that is non... Hang on, so I'm just going to update my list here. So position 19, dedicated Dagger Specialist. This is 19 light armor Dagger Spec. The name list. Page 2 name. Ooh, perfect. Rim the Reaper. Yes, I think that's probably enough hiring for the moment. Went a bit crazy with the hiring. And then these lads will be given armor in due course as we get it. Sweet, great episode. A lot of progress made. We're up to 4,000 gold. Tools. Oh, that is wonderfully cheap. Don't need any weapons. I think we are good for dogs. Just buy buy 2 more. This is going to be ridiculous. We're going to have a flood, a literal flood of dogs at a certain point. Ain't nothing wrong with that. 57 resolve already, awesome. 54, so fine. And then the new lads get to wear the necklaces. You boys, you might as well just carry this stuff just to open up some inventory space. Umberman, you're a ninja, so eventually you'll need to use throwing weapons. Good episode. Take a little break here for the YouTube people. When we come back, we're gonna go on a patrol, hopefully farm some zombies.